Bright day, everyone. Today I will explain what it means when we say globalization is a spatial phenomenon. Let's start by understanding the terms. Spatial means relating to space or place. Phenomenon means an event or happening. So it means globalization is not just an abstract concept, it is real, it happens in specific physical locations, and it changes the places where we live. The relationship places and globalization. Places act on globalizations where cities attract business, money, and people. Globalization acts on places. In return, it brings development and changes to these areas. Example is like the technology gap. This is very clear in our internet and technology. Other countries are already very advanced. They are using or developing 6G technology. But here in the Philippines, we are just starting to use 5G, and some areas still have very low connections. So in conclusion, globalization is a spatial phenomenon because it lives in the places we build. It is real and visible, but it is selective. It benefits some places more than others, just like in technology. While the world is moving very fast, we're in the Philippines are still trying to catch up. That is why globalization can be unfair. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Frizzle Ann Cañete and I will be the one to define global city. So when we say global city, it is a primary node in the global economic network. When we say node, it means a central connection point like a busy train station or road junction where many lines meet and link up. In global cities, it's the main spot joining worldwide business, trade, and money flow. So this means global city is like a major junction where worldwide trade, money flows, and business decisions connect, not just a big local town. For example, New York acts as this node by linking companies across continent through its stock exchange. So why do you think Global City is also called an Alpha City? So this name, it comes from a special ranking by experts like professors and researchers who study cities. So they use Greek letters like Alpha, which means they are the number one, the leader, and Beta, they are the number two, and Gamma, the lower. So the rankings are based on power, how the business control, how the money flows, new inventions, and connections. So global city, they are at the top. So that's why a global city is also called a world city or alpha city because it is a major hub or boss spot in the world's economy network. It connects businesses, money, and ideas across countries. So now, next is the global city features. Command points in the organization of the world economy. So these are spots where big leaders and firms control global operations like headquarters, directing factories worldwide. For instance, London, they host many multinational company HQs or headquarters that manage supply chains from Asia to Europe. Next is key locations and marketplaces for finance and specialized services. So global cities concentrate banks, law firms, and tech services that support international deals. For example, Tokyo serves as a marketplace for finance with its stock market, handling huge Asian trades and specialized consulting for global firms. Next, globalization actually enhances the role of cities. So, as borders open for trade, the cities grow stronger by attracting talent and innovation, making them even more vital. For example, Singapore thrives this way, boosting its port and finance hub through global links. And lastly, all cities operate in a global system. So, even smaller ones link into this network via trade or migration, but global cities still lead it. So, example, Manila in the Philippines connects regionally to this system through exports and remittance, but still influenced by giants like Hong Kong. In summary, global cities like New York, London, Tokyo, and Singapore stand as vital command points and marketplaces in the global economy amplified by globalization. So they connect the world through finance, trade, and innovation, with even cities like Manila linking into this dynamic network. So as globalization evolves, these hubs will continue shaping our interconnected future. That's all.
Bright day, everyone. My topic is Assessing Criteria for Global Cities. Saskia assessing global cities are primarily defined by their economic power. She focuses on how these cities function as command center of the global economy. Some of the main criteria include: first is presence of major financial institution. Second is concentration of multinational corporation. Third is advanced communication and transportation system. And last is strong influence on global markets. So is top global cities identified in her works. Saskia Sassen identified three major global cities. First country is New York, London, and Tokyo. These cities were considered the most influential because they serve as central hubs for global finance and economic activities. Example for the global cities. First is New York City. New York City is one of the most powerful financial centers in the world. It is home to the New York Stock Exchange, which play a major role global finance. The city hosts many international banks and corporations, making it a leader in global business. Second is London. London is another major global city known for its strong financial sectors. It is associated with the FTSE 100, which represent the performance of top companies in the United Kingdom. London serves as a bridge between different global markets, especially Europe. Third is Tokyo. Tokyo is a leading financial center in Asia. It is home to the Nikkei 225, one of the most important stock market indexes in the world. Tokyo has a strong economy and play a key role in global trade and technology. That's all. Thank you.
So, bright day, everyone. In this part of our presentation, I will explain how the idea of global cities has developed and expanded over time. Recent commentators have expanded the criteria Sassin used to determine what a global city is. According to Saskia Sassen, a global city was mainly defined by its economic power, such as finance, business, and trade. However, recent commentators believe that this idea is too limited. They say that being a global city is not just about money and business anymore. It also includes culture, technology, political influence, and quality of life. In short, a global city today is one that has a strong influence on the world in many different ways, not just economically. Now let's look at some examples of global cities. First, we have Los Angeles. Los Angeles is known as the movie making Mecca, mainly because of Hollywood. It produces films and television shows that are watched globally. Because of this, Los Angeles influences global culture, trends, and entertainment. This makes it a global city in terms of cultural influence. Next is San Francisco. San Francisco is known for being the home of the world's biggest technology companies, especially in Silicon Valley, such as Google, Apple, and Meta. These companies create platforms and technologies used worldwide. This makes San Francisco a global city because of its technological innovation and digital influence. Third, we have the cities from China, which is the Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou. These cities are important centers of trade, finance, and government in China. Shanghai is a major financial hub, Beijing is the political capital, and Guangzhou is a key center for trade and manufacturing. Together, they show China's strong role in the global economy. These cities are global because of their economic and political power. Lastly, we have Melbourne. Melbourne is known as one of the most livable cities in the world. It offers a high quality of life with good healthcare, education, safety, and environment. This shows that a global city can also be defined by how well people can live in it. Melbourne represents livability and quality of life as part of being global. In what ways are cities global, and to what extent are they global? Cities are considered global in many ways. First, they can be global economically because they are centers of business, trade, and finance. Second, they can be global culturally by influencing movies, music, fashion, and media that people around the world follow. Third, some cities are global because of technology, where innovations and digital platforms are created and used worldwide. They can also be global politically, especially if they play a role in government decisions and international relations. Lastly, some cities are considered global because of their high quality of life, attracting people from different countries. However, not all cities are global in the same way or at the same level. Some cities have a strong influence in many areas, making them highly global. Others may only be strong in one aspect, such as culture or technology. There are also cities that are still developing their global influence. In conclusion, cities are global because they connect and influence the world, but the extent of their globalness depends on how strong and wide their impact is.
Good day. So I'll be reporting about indicators for globality. First one is economic power. Economic power largely determine which cities are global. So it means that it identifies where's the city that has influence around the world. Example is in business or economic, for goods and supply. An example for this is New York. So New York has the largest stock market. This means a huge amount of money is invested and traded in there. So it basically buys and sells shares of companies. And the other one is Tokyo. So it has the most corporate headquarters. There are many big companies that are based in there, which means a lot of business have been made in there and a lot of decision makings. Next is Shanghai plays a critical role in the global economic supply chain ever since China has become the manufacturing center of the world. So since many goods are produced in China, Shanghai serves as a major hub for trade, shipping, and finance. It connects factories to global markets through one of the busiest ports in the world. Just like Singapore, Ningbo Zhoushan, Shenzhen in China, and last is Qingdao, also in China. That is all. Thank you.
So, by this afternoon, everyone, I am Hanlin Nepamante, and I will be tackling about the economic opportunities in global city. So, when you say global city, it is an advanced economy, advanced city, like may mga may mga tall building na sila. Like tumatama sila opportunities, tumatama kasi mahatag na job sa mga young professional. So when you will say naman sa economic opportunities in global city, it is an opportunities for the young individuals, to the young professionals, to a talented people around the world nga may ma-offer sila opportunities nga bagay kids kung ano ang ginapangita nila for their career growth. It's either for their career growth, for their daily, for their what we call this, like for their lifestyle, for their, and more practically about how they can earn more, because a global city offers more opportunities for young individual. That's why it attracts more people. So in other terms, a global city, it is where you can find job and more you can expand a business because it has bigger opportunities. Now, to measure how globally competitive a city is, there's an organization that has a criteria on how to spot one. And that is the market size, the purchasing power, the middle class, and lastly, the potential for growth. When we say about the market size, it is how the city economy is going. If there is a bigger job, more business, the market is doing well. So it means it has more to offer to people. It has more job opportunities to offer, more business to expand. That's how the economy is working. Diba? That is the market size. So when we say naman about sa purchasing power, about naman isa sa how people can earn and how they can spend. If damo sila ma-earn, it means damo sila ma-spend. So like, it's just rolling back the money. Now let's going back to the third one, which is the middle class. It means that ang economy nila, it means ang mga tao bala nila may mga stable income na. It is very important because of how they use their own money sa ilang mga daily lives. Kaysa sa mga local city lang, ang ating money, it is keep it. We spend wisely. We spend practically more on global city because people earn more, they can spend more. Like I said, diba sa what do you call purchasing power. So, ang sa middle class, they are important because they keep the economy going, they keep the economy working. And lastly, let's talk about the potential growth. Ang naman siya ang means niya may mas ibongga pa siya. Kapag ang economy balik step by step na nga may gatubo pa nga market, may set pa nga new buildings, may offer pa nga new job. Like makita mo gid nga may potential gid sila for a bigger one. Let's say for example BGC. We all see now nga ang BGC may mga tall building, damo na gid sila job opportunities, kag more sila sa mga finance, kag damo didto may what do you call headquarter, may mga headquarter didto because of how the economy is working, of how people are spending. Makita mo gid kag right now, makita mo nga go work pagid sila nga i-grow pagid na nga i-grow. And that's, you can spot a potential growth. So that's all the 4 criteria the Economist Intelligence set, which is, let me remind you, the market size, the purchasing power, the middle class, and lastly, the potential for growth.
So, good day everyone. My name is Mary Grace E. Arquiza, and today I will be discussed about a center of authority. So, first, let's define what is center of authority. So, a center of authority is a place where the power and decision-making happen. So, ang center of authority daw is siya ang place where the important decisions are made. So, this is usually where leaders, government offices, or organizations are located. So, second is, it may not be the richest place, but it has a political or administrative control. So, even if ang place ko no, it's not just the richest or most development most developed place, but it still has a strong influence because sila ni ang control sa mga policies, sa mga laws, at sa mga national direction. So, for example, is ang Washington DC. Washington DC is not just a wealthy or rich place compared sa New York City. Pero ang Washington DC, kay siya niya ang ginatawag og center of authority because it is where the government operates. So the president, Congress, and other key institution nga naa diri, making it powerful in term of decision making. So ang ginamit ko na sa authority can be a political, economic, or social. So, ang Washington DC is amo siya ang center of government power, while ang New York City is amo siya ang center of economic power. So, that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Rivel Ibarria. So today I will discuss the topic houses major international organization. So when we say a place houses an international organization, it simply means that the city serves as a main headquarters or central office of that organization. These are the places where leaders from different countries meet, discuss important global issues, and make decisions that can affect the whole world. And an international organization is basically a group of countries working together to solve problems like conflict, poverty, human rights, and trade. These organizations are important because they help promote peace, cooperation, and unity among nations. Now, there are three major international organizations that I will talk about along with the cities where their headquarters are located. First is the United Nations. Ara ang iya headquarters sa New York. The United Nations is an organization where almost all countries in the world come together to talk about global issues. Its focus is on maintaining peace, protecting human rights, and helping countries work together, especially during conflicts or disaster. New York was chosen as its headquarters because it is one of the most important cities in the world. It has a strong infrastructure, highly accessible, and is well connected globally. Also, the United States played a major role in establishing the UN after World War II, which made New York a suitable and practical location. Second is the European Union, which is based in Brussels. The European Union is a group of European countries that work closely together like one community. They cooperate in areas such as trade, laws, travel, and economic development. It helps member countries stay connected and make decisions that benefit the whole region. Brussels was chosen because it is located in the center of Europe, making it easy for member countries to meet and coordinate. And Belgium, also known for being politically stable and neutral, which makes it a trusted place for international cooperation. Third is the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, commonly known as ASEAN, which is based in Jakarta. ASEAN is an organization made up of Southeast Asian countries that work together to promote peace, stability, and economic growth in the region. It helps countries cooperate in areas like trade, education, and security so they can grow stronger together. Jakarta was chosen as its headquarters because Indonesia is one of the founding and most influential members of ASEAN. It is also located in the heart of Southeast Asia, making communication and coordination among member countries easier. So in conclusion, cities that host major international organizations are carefully chosen based on strategic location, accessibility, political stability, and historical significance. These factors ensure effective communication and cooperation among nations. That's all. Thank you.
So, good everyone. I am Kinjomar Kaspi Banaay, and today I will be presenting my report about centers of higher learning and culture. So, cities plays an important role in shaping knowledge and culture. A city's intellectual influence can be seen through its universities and publishing industry, so which help spread ideas around the world. So some of the most influential cities in the world include New York City, London, and Paris. These cities are known for their strong publishing industries where many books, journals, and articles are produced and shared globally. So this means that the ideas people read and learn often came from these major cities, making them powerful centers of knowledge. So on the other hand, Boston is known for higher education. It is home to Harvard University, one of the top universities in the world. So institutions like Harvard attract students and scholars globally, so helping create new knowledge and innovations. So the combination of strong universities and publishing industries makes a city influential. So universities create knowledge while publishing industries distribute it. So together they helps shape global and education. So in conclusion, cities like New York, London, Paris, and Boston are important. So important sila sa centers of higher learning and culture because they influence how people think, learn, and understand the world. So more na, thank you.
The challenges of global cities. Global cities conjure up images of fast-paced, exciting, cosmopolitan lifestyle. Global cities have their other sides. They can be sites of great inequality, poverty, and tremendous violence. Why are they so fast-paced and exciting? Because in a global city, things happen quickly. They are centers of information and power. Global cities are considered exciting because they function as the world's most concentrated center of variety, creativity, and opportunity cultural open. Example of inequality, poverty, and violence. First, inequality, education access. Rich students in Manila have high-speed internet and private tutors, while many students in province still walk miles to school that lack basic textbook and computers. Poverty. Filipinos still live hand to mouth, meaning they only eat if they find manual work for the day. Many families can only afford pagpag or instant noodle. Violence. Attack on activities people who speak out for the environment or workers' rights, such as labor, leader, and indigenous land defenders still face threats, red tagging, or physical harm from powerful groups.
Good day, everyone. Today I'll be discussing about gentrification. So it is about an urban change and its impacts. So let us begin. So gentrification happens when wealthier people or individuals move into a low-income neighborhoods. As they invest in homes and businesses, its property values rises, and poor residents often cannot afford to stay. This process is driven by urban redevelopment projects, government incentives, and the desire to live closer to city centers. While it can improve neglected areas, it also creates pressure on existing communities. Now, to have a more deeper understanding on gentrification, let us now dive into its positive and negative impacts on various aspects. On the positive side, it can bring a better infrastructure, also safer streets, and new job opportunities. On a negative side, it displaces long term residents because when they no longer could afford the cost of living in that particular area, they tend to transfer into another area where they could have a cheaper cost of living. And gentrification also erases cultural identity and also increases inequality. These changes often lead to social tension because old residents feel excluded while the new ones reshape the neighborhood's culture. To make urban growth fair, cities need policies that protects vulnerable communities. And here are the following solutions. Affordable housing programs, rent control, and inclusive planning will help balance development and social equity. So in conclusion, gentrification is a complex process with both benefits and drawbacks, and sustainable urban growth requires protecting vulnerable communities while encouraging development.
In conclusion, global cities are sites and mediums of globalization. So global cities are places where business, culture, and connection happen and spread worldwide. They are the material representation of the phenomenon. So global cities are the physically show globalization through buildings, companies, technologies, and diverse people living and working together. Through them, we see the base of globalization. So global cities is show benefits like job, innovation, culture exchange, and better opportunities for many people worldwide or around the world. They are also places that generate tremendous wealth. So tremendous wealth meaning is high income, or global cities create large income through business, trade, finance, and investments from different countries. They also remain as sites of great inequality. So despite wealth, many workers earn less, serving rich business owners. So it can create big gaps between social classes. So that's all.